is, Zachary, I really want to just stay on this for a minute.
Sure.
Why is asking so hard? Because sometimes we might want to get somebody else to do the asking for help. Why is it so hard?
We've talked about this idea that as caregivers, inevitably we are misunderstood because unless someone is with us 24 hours a day, our reality is inevitably different than others' perceptions of our realities. And sometimes when we open our mouths or others open their mouths, we're reminded of this schism that makes us feel very alone and apart from the people that were a part of our very close networks prior to our caregiving role. And I think that one of the factors that makes it so difficult to ask for help is that we already feel vulnerable and emotionally exhausted as is, and we feel like we must protect what little reservoir that we have so that we can do the very necessary care work. And so it becomes, as you said earlier, well, it's better I just do it myself because I can't be rejected again. I can't be misunderstood again. I can't deal with the fact that I've told my brother-in-law the 30th time that, this isn't how he thinks it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think part of it too is that I'm sure you wouldn't want to do this because you know what? I just, I'm sure you wouldn't want to do it. So you're expecting no to be the
Right.
response. And so, the, and the other thing is, I think that a lot of people, when they ask, um, you feel, of course, that you're imposing, but also, um, I think you may feel that just uttering the words, "Can you help me out, please," is a declaration of personal failure that you haven't been able to manage on your own, and that represents failure. Um, I think, again, like you said before, Zachary, talking about the workplace, at work, if we ask help from a colleague, would we consider that a failure?
It's a great point. You know what it is, Donna? In the workplace, we work from a premise of legitimacy, the idea that whatever we're working on is real. And I think for caregivers, we start to delude ourselves to believe that our notions of need or help or support are somehow contrived, or they will be met
Yeah.
with disbelief. And in the workplace, like you said, on any project, you would be looked down upon if you didn't gather the greatness of those around you to help you achieve together what you know alone you couldn't do.
Hmm. And I think in some way we get it so mixed up in our heads and our hearts with love.
Mm.
And um, because caring is really love in action, if you are not the actor, there is some um, shortfall in love.
Mm.
And that is not right. And if there's one thing that I would like people to take away today is this idea that this is a declaration of love. This is a declaration of uh, um, a strategy and a promise to keep safe the person that you're caring for. And so I really think that that requires a shift in thinking, um, from a position of powerlessness to a position of responsible power, loving power, and to say, okay, this is what we need, and I'm going to populate these needs with different people who also care. Um, so, um, you know, if you find though that you think, you know what, my heart starts to go, I hate asking for help. I would really rather not ask for help. I really, you know, no problem. You could get somebody else to do the asking. And that's why a lot of these care coordination tools are built with that facility baked in. You can click, I have a request, and then everybody sees it. and everybody can see that somebody said, I'll help. And because it's public, there's a group mentality that makes it easier. But it's also because somebody has stepped up, everybody kind of is in the background going, good for them.
Yeah.
And better be my turn next time also. So this public aspect of who's helping is good for the group. So in terms of how do you find somebody, whether it's in your family or you pay somebody to coordinate the network and get it into place for you by doing the asking, all the asking for help. So are they a good salesperson? They have to be a great organizer. Are they available to you if the only time you can talk and discuss this is in the evenings? You want to make sure that the person who's doing the asking really understands your needs and is available to speak to you whenever you want. And are they good at following through? Are they good at thanking people? Because the way you get people to help more is by demonstrating how helpful their help is. And so thanking people is very powerful. And this is so key. You don't want somebody being a proxy for you, asking for the kind of help that you don't want. Or when you say, I really want somebody to look after my mom on Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. And you don't want somebody saying, well, that's too early. You know,
Such a great point.
Your needs are your needs, and your family, the way you live life in your family, is completely something that is what it is. And it's nobody else's business to judge it. So
I think these are such important questions for that, because someone may ask, hey, let me be the person who reaches out. And you really have to ask yourself whether, you have that kind of relationship with the person, and you believe this person fits these criteria you talk about. And you may feel like you're going to hurt their feelings if you say no, but what you're going to end up doing is accommodating their needs, not your own. And we talk about this extensively in the book, that caregivers already accommodate themselves to others all the time.
All the time.
And this is your space. This is your team. Yeah. And if that person's not on the same page with you, it can be disastrous, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad enough having paid caregivers come into your home all the time. Mm-hmm. And then, you can't have a fight with your husband. You can't laugh too loud. Because this is like basically a stranger. Mm-hmm. I think this idea that you should be comfortable with the way you like to live, the way you choose to live, your needs are your needs. Claim it and get people to help you with it all. So can we have the next slide? So these are all of the, and you can, if you have a phone, you can just even take a screenshot of this. These are some of the care coordination sites that you can have a look at. There are lots more, but there's Ties, it's free, it's high security. Lots of Helping Hands is a great one. It's also free. Another great one that's also free, I don't have up here, is one called Caring Bridge. These are password encoded, but you'd never store medical records or anything like that. And it's not for participation by medical professionals. When it says lower security, it's just for friends and family. But they help millions of people. Somebody got a cancer diagnosis, get lots of Helping Hands for all your friends who say, what can I do? Enter this, I set up a network, or get your friend to set it up for you. And all of a sudden meals appear at your door. All of a sudden there are rides to the hospital, and dog walkers and yard workers and people have a way of slotting themselves in to helping out in whatever way that they can. So Some people just use a Google Calendar, a shared calendar. It's perfectly great. The Alska I really like, and it has terrific health symptom tracking involved. So if you're looking at diabetes or high blood pressure, you can track symptoms in it every day. It's very reasonably priced, and it's high security, and healthcare professionals can be part of it. Care Relay is Canadian tool. And then again, look at caregiving.com for a list of certified caregiving consultants. And they are both in the United States and Canada, some in the UK now too. And these are people who've gone through very intensive training, and they would put this all together for you if you want a concierge approach and you don't want to do it yourself.